Did you know that you don't have to struggle with negative thoughts? You don't. You can develop a positive mindset, and I'm going to give you some strategies to do so. Hi, my name is Andrew E. Guy. I'm a work life enrichment coach and consultant, and I work with high performance professionals to help them build a radically resilient work life. Now, it's a quick and simple way to maintain a positive mindset. The number one thing to know is that developing a positive mindset, it's not easy. It's not easy. A lot of people are saying, I want a positive mindset. I want to be able to think positive. I want to get rid of negative thinking, but it is not as easy as it is said. But after we finish this video, I want you to share this video. I want you to engage from the bottom up. I want you to share with everyone. I want you to save this. And I want you to use these techniques as much as possible. As a matter of fact, every single day you get a chance, I want you to use these techniques. Now, you think of your mindset. I literally want you to think of your mind like a clock. Very simple. At the top, when I point up, I'm talking about 12 o'clock. When I point down, I'm talking about 6 o'clock. If I go to my right, which is your left, then that is going to be 9 o'clock. If I go to my left, your right, that is going to be 3 o'clock. Now, what do you notice? There is something peculiar that I need you to understand when we talk about the clock. So, when we talk about mindset, I want you to think about what time is your mind set on? Or look at the hands on the clock. Where is your mind set on? When we talk about mindset, you really need to understand that your mind is like a dial and it's set on something. So if you want to change your mindset from negative to positive, you must have an awareness of where you are. Where are you right now? If you're thinking about a negative, and let's say, for example, if you look at the clock, everywhere on the clock, the analog clock, that is, if you look at it, every time, every hour on the clock, the hands are spread out. There is only one time when the clock and the hands come together to create a time. And what is that? Did you say 12 o'clock? Exactly. At 12 o'clock, when the clock strike 12 o'clock, whether that be in the AM or in the PM, the hands are together. What does that simply mean? That means that all of you are in one place. That means that's the only time that you're actually together. It means every time throughout the day, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, wherever the hands are to tell those times, you are separated. You are spread out. You are fragmented. In order for you to have a positive mindset, you have to bring everything back into focus as if it were 12 o'clock. Does that make sense? You need to ask yourself, number one, what time is it? What time? And the time I want you to think about is you want to ask yourself two questions when you ask yourself what time it is. The first question is, if the thought comes into your head, you need to ask yourself, is it working for me or is it working against me? If the thought is not working for you or if it's working against you, I want you to get that thought out and I want you to replace that thought. We call that cognitive reframing or narrative reframing. If the thought is not working for you means it's not motivating you, it's not inspiring you, it's not helping you become a better person, it's not taking you up to a higher level, it's not helping you to become more productive, it's not helping you to become more lovely, more likable, more approachable, it's not helping you to become more humane, then you need to get rid of those thoughts. Very simple. As soon as you notice there is a negative thought in your mind, happening in your mind, and it could just be intrusive, I need you to take stock. I need you, boom, first thing, awareness. What time is it? And is this working for me? If it's not working for you, get rid of the thought and replace it. Now, if you stay with me all through this video, by the end of this, I'm going to give you a strategy that you can take with you. And it is called the triangular approach. I'm going to show you what you need to do to ground yourself. Oh, by the way, did I tell you that is the second strategy in maintaining a positive mindset? Number one is asking yourself, what time is it? Number two is asking yourself, is it working for me or is it working against me? Number three is a grounding technique. A grounding technique basically is part of asking you those questions. See, like diagnostic questions to force you to think about the thoughts that you're actually thinking. I want you to think that, well, your mind is a piece of real estate and somebody is renting, somebody is living. It's a valuable piece of real estate, meaning someone would have to pay to get access to your mind. And a lot of people are living in your brain free. Not just people, thoughts are living in your mind freely. I need you to take stock. Take stock, asking yourself again, let me repeat it. You're asking yourself, what time is it? You're going to ask yourself, hey, is my clock, am I fragmented, spread out, or am I together at 12 o'clock? Together at 12 o'clock mean both of those hands are pointing in the upward position. Upward position, that means I'm alert. Upward position means that I'm not slouching. Upward position means my chin is not tucked in like that. It's actually up. And I am focused and it can open up the trachea so I can start getting some oxygen into my system. Oh, by the way, did I let you know that when you lift your chin up, you open up the airways so you can get more oxygen in there? So the next step to grounding yourself is to have deep breathing. When you take in at least 5 deep breaths, it helps to reset your nervous system. And here's what I want you to do for my next strategy. Number 4, I want you to create a rectangle. Create a rectangle, and I want you to think that the sides, the vertical sides of your rectangle, are a count of 4. So when you take in that deep breath going in, I want you to count 4. I call that box breathing. When you're going across the top, I want you to go for a count of 6. Then when you go down to the other side, I want you to count 4 again. In other words, the top and the bottom are a count of 6. The sides are a count of 4. So when you inhale, I want you to say in, 2, 3, 4. Going across, I want you to say hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale is when I'm going down on the opposite side of the box. I'm going to say out, 2, 3, 4. When I'm going across the bottom of the box now, I'm going to say relax, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's how you regulate. That's how you reset. That's how you maintain a positive mindset. It's not easy. Sometimes you have to think of your mind like a puppy dog. It's just going to run off and you got to snatch it back. Come on back over here. You need to put a leash on your mind, because as a man thinketh, just like the great word says, so you become. A great author, James Allen, once says, as a man thinketh. As a Man Thinketh is a great book. Oh, did I mention that's step number 4? So if you want to take control of your mind, find an engaging piece of literature that is going to serve as a deposit, help you to grow. It's like putting nutrients around your roots so you can spread out and anchor down yourself. So when the tough time comes, when a negative thought comes in, you know how to ground yourself through box breathing. You know how to anchor yourself down. Oh, did I mention that step number 6? Step number 6 basically is working on character. Character basically is that stay in power. We always say that skills can get you anywhere, but character is the thing that keeps you grounded. Character keeps you, it's a keeping power. So now let's recap. When we want to talk about positive mindset is one to help you understand. You need to be aware of what's going on in your head. Don't just let thoughts run through and out of your head freely without being accountable. Did I mention that was number 7? You want to be accountable for the thoughts that are in your head. Check them. As soon as a thought comes inside, check them. If it's working for you, great. Produce more of it. If it's not working for you, get rid of it. I need you to follow me, share this video with as many people as possible. Find me at andrewguyspeaks.com.